Hey everyone, welcome back for more of our Crew 2 series. So the guys at Harley-Davidson have got in on the action here in the game, and it's resulted in one of the best races in the Crew 2, which is this Red Rock Run for Harley-Davidson. So it's only Harleys that can race in this, and it's the Street Glides that you get to start off with. It'll loan you a vehicle to start this, and to unlock it I think you need to get to star or icon level, but the lone Street Glide is only so good. So it's got good top line speed, but its handling is pretty woeful, so you're definitely better off buying yourself the Street Glide and upgrading it as much as you can do to be able to take on the Red Rock Run. As ever, really appreciate all of your support, so drop us a like below. But I'm going to take this ride on, and as you can see, it's a pretty long one, but it does give you 9,000 followers and 67,000 bucks if you can finish in the top 3, which I'm hoping to be able to do with this race.
3, 2, 1.
So we're off, and we're on the Strip in Las Vegas, and you can see on the left you've got the Luxor Hotel, and up ahead there's the Eiffel Tower. And it also looks like the ground's a little bit wet, but it is daytime, which should help out. It's a long race and there's a lot of twisty turns coming up, even though it looks like all straight at the moment. So it's a good idea to put on the larger map to be able to look across to every now and again, to be able to see where the next big turn's coming up, and you can see how savage things can go for you if you get tangled up with one of the other riders. So it's a good idea to keep your distance as much as possible. It's also a good idea to get out of the way of any crazy cars. They literally come out of nowhere. And we got the biggest turn in Vegas coming up now. Just about made it across. I think that's going to put me in first. Well, tussling. It looked like somebody just appeared in front of me then. That was like magic. Nobody likes magic in a racing game. The light's looking pretty cool, especially with the reflection on the water on the roads. It looks amazing. Okay, so we're heading out of town now. Going to get into the desert pretty soon, and then up into the salt flats before going up into the mountains on the drive to Yosemite, and that's where you're headed to. This is essentially a ride from Las Vegas up to Yosemite, and while it looks like it's all straight at the moment, there are going to be some seriously savage turns to be able to make. And I'm hoping that because I've spent a bit of time upgrading my bike, it's kind of got better handling, so I should be able to take the turns just a little bit better. There are also some really cool shortcuts to take that'll help you to hopefully finish this race in the top 3 yourself. So I'll try and show you where those are as I get to them. And at the moment I'm just trying to put on as much pressure as possible on the other guys to ideally get a bit of an advantage. Doesn't look like I'm getting much though. The guy in second is right on my tail. The checkpoint isn't for a while, but you can see the salt flats just over there. And then there's going to be a pretty wild left-hand turn. And again, because this is such a tough turn, some of the other riders are going to kind of slow down. But I'm hoping I can take it a little bit wildly. And try and get a little bit of extra time again. So here it is coming up now. So just trying to take it a little bit savagely myself. And again, hit the nitro. And I should open up at least a little bit of a lead. It won't last, but it all helps. This is a long ride. You need to get your advantages where you can. So coming up to the foothills now. Definitely a good idea to stay on the road as much as you can. It's also good to maybe think about changing your view, because you can see more of the road by changing it. However, it will distract you, so do it at the start of the race, which will come in handy later on, because if you're just in the standard view, then you kind of lose sight of what cars are coming up. But with this view, you can see everything as it comes around the corner ahead. Okay, so just going to focus on trying to get back into the pack. Took that corner nicely enough. Okay, so there's a bit of a shortcut coming up soon. So I'm just going to try and cut this corner now. Get through the checkpoint and hopefully get close to being back in first again. So this is where the challenge is. These windy roads. The roads are wet, kind of slippery. Oh, and that's where changing to this view comes in handy, because you can see cars just a little bit better. You can also see turns and corners a little bit better from this view. Okay, Carrie's out in front. It's normally Ramon. I expect that to change before the end. But we've got some really brutal turns coming up, but I'm just going to scythe on through the countryside and try and take some shortcuts to be able to get it again just a little bit more advantage. There we go. Oh. Trees, trees, trees. If you get stuck behind a tree, that is it. But there you go. That's a really good shortcut to take, just to give you, again, a little bit of a lead. As with the last time, it probably won't last forever, but it just gives you a bit of a breather while you're in this middle section. There's another right turn coming up soon, I think. Quite brutal, so it's a good idea to slow down at this point, make that turn quite well, and then lay down on the nitro. So there we go, got half decent lead on everybody else now, coming up to the halfway point. Just got to make these kind of weave-in turns work as well as possible. It's easy to have gotten used to the more savage turns from early on and then try to like hit hard on the turns that are coming up now, but you just kind of need to take them a little bit easy. And like I said, they have managed to catch up with me, just trying to not get into a tussle with them. And you only need to finish in the top 3, so it's kind of important to just manage your place, stay out of the way of them, try and stay in the hunt as much as possible. Okay, so just hammer down on the nitro. Carrie, I'm coming for you. She's a weaver, bobbing and weaving. Surprised she doesn't just come straight across and come from her wheels. Here she comes. Oh, crazy jumps. Okay, so I've lost quite a lot of time from that craziness. Trying to focus too much on Carrie. But there's still plenty of track to go. There's still plenty of this race to go. So I should be able to catch everybody up still. I'm doing quite nicely now. You can see how much they weave in front of you ahead. Hammer down on the nitro. Amazing scenes, the countryside in the background, the speed, the spray, the reflection. Just 8 epic bikes on the road. Okay, can I do this? Right now it's looking challenging. Okay, just trying to take these corners as well as possible, not get mullered. Okay, hammer down, and I think there's another little bit of a shortcut here, but it's not very much, so you just want to take it a little bit lightly and not get completely blitzed. But that didn't necessarily work out as well as it could have done. Kind of need to come in a little bit more than that. Okay, so still in the mix, still in the hunt. Hammer down on the nitro again. Come on, Calvin. I'm coming for you, dude. There's so much to distract as well. You got the countryside, you got the shine off the roads, you got all the other riders, you got the spray. You've got some of the most difficult turns and corners in the entire game. It's easy to put your foot wrong. Okay, bit of a straight, use some nitro. I have not been in the mix in a little while, but hopefully with these corners, I'll put myself in a half decent place. I can hit up the nitro in the right place. That's so competitive. Okay, so I'm close enough to everybody, but I can't seem to get past them at the moment. I'm hoping in this next little section, as we stop going downhill, where it looks like they've got the advantage, I should be able to catch up with them just a little bit, but that's not going to help. 85%, down in 8th, I'm way back. This may not be on. Let's see if I can catch up with them. Got the guy in 7th up ahead. Took that corner really nicely. Hitting up the nitro. So, just need to be able to finish in the top 3. Ah, taking those corners like a beaut. You can see Calvin hitting up his own nitro there. Rodney Dangerfield. Up to 7th, 6th. Oh. Catching up with the guys. They are really, really hammering down. Rodney's back. Big turn here. Oh, somebody's crashed. Rodney, I'm coming for you. Okay, 4th is up ahead. Just trying to make the best use of time. Terrence, it's me and you. Just got to be full throttle down. It's all or nothing. It's looking like it might be all. Come on, just got to get over that finish line. Come on, baby. In 3rd. Honestly, I'll definitely take that. Such a cool race. So many winding turns. So much competition. But you do get 67 grand out of it at the end. And 9,000 followers. And a huge amount of rewards. Which should then allow me to upgrade my Street Glide even further. Loads. That is epic. Amazing. So that's it, guys. That is the Red Rock Run. Only managed to finish in 3rd, but just about did it. Hopefully some of those shortcuts will help you guys out too, and if they do, drop us a like below. You can also check out the rest of our Crew 2 series with the links on the right hand side, and subscribe to the channel with the links on the left. Hit that bell button if you want to get notifications for all of our videos as they come out. Leave any comments below, and I will catch you next time. Cheers guys, goodbye.